ticket, obviously going right into open, but we'll see what happens. And then because only reason I like this 15-minute breaker is we're potentially looking at a 4 hour swing on this 4 hour high, and we left this 4 hour, 1 hour BISI down here. So what I'm thinking is, let me get there. We go. Now we're up on the tuba view. All right, guys, let's get the screen sharing going. If it'll pop up here. But what I'm thinking is we're either going to manipulate down. I think I'm obviously still leaning a little more on the bullish side. Why bullish? Oops, wrong screen. I just shared there. Sorry, guys, trying to get figured out here. All right, there's that screen. There's that screen. All right, trying to get set up here on YouTube. There we go. All right, so we should be set. We should be set. So obviously leaning a little more bullish. Think we're good. Think we're good. A little more bullish. Just to PDH. Why? Because of that daily close. So we did get that 15-minute breaker. So I'm expecting us to push down here into open down to this busy. As well as I'm still bullish daily just because of that daily close yesterday. Obviously closed super bullish. Obviously we do have SMTs up here. A big daily SMT. ES did not even get close to these highs. So I can still see us pushing us. What I'm looking for is I'm going to be looking for some kind of like 10 o'clock reversal out of your 1 hour, 4 hour BISI out of here. If we get the setup, you need to see like an hourly swing or something out of it to confirm longs, and then we can target back up to the gap fill and PDH. Otherwise, I was looking for a move up to PDH and then shorts back down to this BISI. I was open to both sides. React, don't predict, right? So looks like we're gonna move down first. Probably get looks like CE of that BISI is probably right about -4. So yeah, I told you, Hidalgo, if we got this a breaker, what's it telling you? You've swept a 4 hour high. You put in you put in a 15-minute breaker. What's that tell you? You should deliver to some kind of 4 hour sell side liquidity, the previous 4 hour low at least. That's what that breaker means. Notice here we did not get a breaker, right? We did not close below. It's why it's essentially you wait for that close below to confirm it. Here it's just one of those. It failed to make a breaker, so it's telling you that price is ready to push higher. Simple as that. All right, Wyzrd just he's hitting me up here. All right, what up, Sweaty? Good morning. So yeah, I mean, we'll go from there. We'll see what happens out of here. We'll see if we push down to a -4, and then yeah, we'll go for there. Question is, how is this hourly going to close, or do we hit this BISI and then start reversing back up? I think if we got like a 5-minute swing or something out of it, or a 5-minute swing off -4, that's something that I would try. The other thing is I will not personally be trading any fundeds today because I physically cannot. Tradeify decided to take me after yesterday was my 6th straight payout day, and Tradeify decided overnight to take me live. So I'm waiting on those accounts to switch over to their live funded program. So all my fundeds got taken away. So until the live gets set up, so we're just trading evals today. But that doesn't change that doesn't change my approach or anything. So in terms of whether I take a trade or not, to me, a funded trade is an eval trade. Nothing irks me more than when people say this is eval only. Well, if it's eval only, you probably shouldn't be taking it. You're just, by saying eval only, you are lacking confidence. In your trade, and if you say eval only, it's basically saying if this fails, well, I said eval only, so it's okay. No, if it's a funded trade, it's an eval trade. If it's an eval trade, it's a funded trade. At least the way that I like to look at it. But yeah, here comes that BISI. and then we'll see what kind of reaction we get out of there. So yeah, I still wouldn't have got an entry because I would have waited for some kind of retest on that breaker. But nice to see that play out. Gave you a pretty clear bias going into open. Yeah, so there's your Bissy that got bottom tick last night. A couple guys in chat realized something. They actually took the 30-second opening range, so the 1800 first 30-second candle, and -4 was right there to the tick, and that's where we reversed. So once price slows down here, let me get on the actual NQ charts here. Once price actually slows down, I'll share that indicator. I actually made an indicator a while back about the London and the Asia 30 seconds. I was also curious, but I don't trade it. I don't trade a London or Asia enough to actually spend a lot of time backtesting that. All right, so we'll see if we get any kind of like I said, a 5-minute swing out of here. I think would be something that I could try. Maybe just take it back up to the Devil's Marks, and then basically back up to 8 a.m. highs still open up there, -4 still up there. I would like now we just got that close to -4. We might as well go ahead. We might as well go ahead and hit -4. We don't have to. Remember, I think it was yesterday. We got kind of close like this, and then it was full on reversal. Our range is 256. Okay, so that makes sense. To go a little bit, or no, we hit it. Yeah, we hit it. So we hit 50 to the T, not to the T, but pretty damn close. So I think any kind of longs up here, you can target 8 a.m. high and PDH and back to the gap. Or we could just dump. Remember, we do have daily SMT, and this could be some kind of Tuesday high of week profile, and then we end up pushing back down for those 200 lows, right? Those weekly lows that are all the way down here. A lot of liquidity sitting down here. So what will confirm that for me would be some kind of 4-hour breaker to the downside. Right now, we don't have anything that could really shape up to be any kind of breaker though on the 4-hour. Right, so like when I'm looking for like a high of week, I'm looking for usually like some kind of SMT with a 4-hour swing and a 15-minute breaker. We usually confirm high of week. What really confirms it would be some kind of 4-hour. Would be like a 4-hour breaker off of like a daily high. So no, it's just the same concept, just going up in time frames. Yep, it was just a straight bullish trend day yesterday. Yep. Let's see if we got to -4. Yeah. Oh yes, we already triggered. Jeez, that was quick. This would be a perfect spot for a CB. Don't do this to us. Don't do this to us. 223. I guess the trigger don't matter. Actually, it does because I want to wait. What's that? 2223. So we're looking at 3850. This be tough. This be tough. All right, so 3850. I want to see at least 5850 before getting any kind of short here. Otherwise, we're just gonna stab right back down. But we will take that. Okay, if we go all the way back up to midnight. Would be very, very bullish is if this 5-minute candle hits -4 and closes back up inside of here. That would be something. That would be something that I think I would try before 10 o'clock. Then you could target midnight, the Devil's Mark, and then the highs. What I will not try is if we get a 5-minute swing without taking -4. Obvious reasons. All right, so we got the 20-point retrace. Let's go look at the 1 minute. There's really nothing. Didn't even get a chance to get in there to even get a micro. Need the 80. Man, you may not get that. You may not get that, doggo. I'm going to have. I'm gonna get like I normally do a starter position right now. Just one for now. Just one for now, and then if we retrace back up to midnight something, then that's where I'll look to add. So that just what we did 2 days ago, a starter position, and then if we get a bear setup back down. What I don't want to see is potentially be a 5-minute swing here. I would expect us to hold like this 1-minute order block, even up to a midnight. Doggo, if you're taking an 80, why aren't you just holding for a -4? Oh, you longed it. Gotcha. You're a madman. All right, if we got a 1-minute swing here, I'm gonna take a 5-second breaker. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just for fun, let's see if we do get one. This would be your 5-second breaker. I'm just gonna watch it. I'm not taking this. I just have a core position right now. But there's your 5-second breaker. So your trade will look something like this. This is just strictly for fun here, guys. Do not take this. I'm already in just the core position right now, but I have not backtested 1 minute 5-second breakers, and I don't recommend to go that low either. Yeah, I do see that he'll dog going. As some teams don't mean a thing to me when it comes to a -4. I think the only thing that could like stop like us going to like a -4 would be like a Trump and saying the word tariffs. Yeah. But we got to watch because we did get a 5-minute swing here, so we need to watch on the lows, which we noticed we did not get a 30-second breaker back up off of that 5-minute swing. Obviously, because your 30-second is it would be way up here. Notice how we just put in a failed breaker up here. Uh-oh, 5-second might fail. 5-second might fail. So what we really want to see here, I like that we could potentially get a 5-minute double sweep here where we swipe the low, hit a -4. And now if we close back up inside, any 30-second breaker it's a slam dunk long. I am short 1 micro, Alyssa. I just got short at about 20 points. It was about 25 points just for -4, just a starter position. For me to add to this, I would need to see us go up here, hit midnight, and get like a 5-minute swing back down, and then I would like add on like a 30-second breaker back down. That's where I would add. That's where I would add here. Nice. So this is just like a core position. 5-second gonna fail. Looks like it. Hasn't taken the high yet. There. Gotta make sure I don't have my TP set. Interesting. So -4 does not show up on the 5-second chart. Okay. So it sits at 2. I can't even see that. 224. I'll set it at on MNQ. Basically these lows. Yeah, very small because we don't have any kind of other entry trigger. The only kind of other entry trigger was the 1-minute swing, but I'm not taking a 5-second breaker. I'm not taking a 5-second breaker off stream. I'm not taking a 5-second breaker on stream. If the hourly stays down here much longer, we're gonna get an hourly move. We're gonna get an hourly bearish candle close down here. Same for the 4-hour. It won't be anything that I'm really looking to long at that point then. Yep. That's tough. It's like, are we going to put it do we want PDH because of that close, or is the daily S&P going to hold it down? Well, guess what? Luckily, the hourly and the 4-hour should give us a little direction here. Was that a 15-second too? It wasn't even a 15-second breaker. The 15-minute didn't close below. Yeah, the 15-minute didn't close below. Oh, you mean inside? Yeah, close below there. I gotcha. There we go. Hell yeah. Nice little micro to start the day. Now let's see if we can catch some kind of a reversal here. 5-second breaker delivered. Well, if you learned anything there, your stops always gotta go to the high when it comes to a breakers, the high or the low. That was cool to watch. That was cool to watch. But like I said, I have not backtested that enough. I would still don't even want to try those. But cool. All right, guys. So we'll sit back and see if we're gonna get a big enough retrace to get back up. That'd be a hell of a retrace. So let's see. So now I'll be watching. I want to see. So to me, this is. Let me go back to NQ here. All right. So be watching the 5-minute. How does this 5-minute close? If we close bullish, right? So to me, this is candle 1. This is candle 2. This inside candle means jack squat to me. And then this candle sweeps candle 2. If it can close back inside of here, you're going to have a double sweep on the 5-minute. And any kind of 30-second breaker, I think, is a great long to target midnight and that devil's mark up there. Because you get a 5-minute double sweep off a -4. That's something I'll try long all day. At least get back up to, we haven't retested London, right? Usually when we crash through London like this, you'll see price at least return to it. That's probably about where 50 sits too. It's not the fib that I wanted. Yeah, so 50 basically takes us back up to retest of London lows. All right, so what I'm watching for now is simply a 30-second breaker. And this would be your 30-second breaker. Pretty big stop. Pretty big stop. Big candles, even on 30-second. So far, not any strength. Still got a minute and a half though. And in terms of what could happen, so if this 4 hours closing down here, inside of here, I mean, the next target would basically be back down to these order blocks, and this accumulation looks like, just this 4-hour accumulation down here would be my next target. That's what this thing would be telling me. Come back and mitigate some of this stuff. That's if the 4-hour close is bearish. So we'll look for some kind of continuation model down off of that. So we got 10 minutes. Anything can happen, as we've seen the last few days. Where 10 a.m. looks bearish, and then we just completely reverse. Check gold quick. See if there's anything clean on gold. Gold's had some good setups the last couple days. Gold could have a nice long here. This hourly looks good. Hasn't really got the breaker yet. This would be the breaker that I would want to see. NQ or gold close over. Notice it hasn't closed over yet. See this 5 minute closes over, then you probably target London highs for gold. Those 5 minutes still not closing below that first low. It's not a double sweep though. Double sweep, I like to see it close. I like to see strength and it close back inside the range of candle 1, which is the first down candle here. But it still hasn't closed. It still has not closed below the candle two though, so not too bearish yet. I really want to watch gold. It's gonna be very good on gold. The problem with this is your stop technically would have to go down here. Maybe you make it a little bit smaller. So gold looks good to run all this after that sweep down here. Looks really good. What's a 4 hour looking like though? 4 hour would be a 4 hour swing too. Nice. Wyzrd, you in here? Did you catch that -4? He's not in here. For those that showed up to the London stream, I've seen a couple people showed up, and they were confused why I wasn't there. It's because of that 4 hour inside candle we had. I woke up and I seen this. That's nothing that I want to mess with. I want to see some kind of 4 hour swing happening here on this candle that I can play some kind of a reversal trade. That's just an inside candle, so back to sleep. Just it's the only way that I will engage London. So for next time, which we'll try it again tonight. We'll try it again tonight. 2 days now we've tried it, and we have failed to get any kind of swing candle on that 10 p.m. candle. It could be hazy. I mean, you could be looking at it at a Tuesday high of week for sure. High impact news delivers high of week. That's very possible. And you got the SMT up there to support it. But looks like this is the 4 hour area that I'm looking for. Basically, just back down to the order blocks and stuff down here. Actually, I think that's a different area. Yeah. The 4 hours kind of comes down into here a little bit more. We're already back to -6. Hidalgo, are we gonna get you gonna try this -6 to a -4? We're definitely gonna have a bearish hourly close here. That's for sure. So bearish hourly close, depending, assuming we don't take PDL first. If we open and take PDL at 10 o'clock, then shorts are a little more iffy. But I'd like to see us close down here. We'll fit. You guys know the drill. We'll fib this bad boy out, and we will look for that retrace up 25, 50. Oof. 50 takes us back up to midnight. Nice. And then we can target low, and then whatever we want to target lower, potentially. All right. So that's what we can plan on. So the other first sign was what we had that 4 hour swing coming in hot with that 15-minute breaker gave it away on open, right? And then you had the hourly swing up here as well with that 15-minute breaker. That 8 a.m. candle failed to close over London was also a sign. Again, candle closures telling the story. All right, so if this is just assuming this is going to be our range, which we could definitely stab a low again or something. I like 50 basically up into this 5-minute civvy. I know we got the devil's mark just above. I'll look for some kind of swing point out of here to then target 10 o'clock low and then whatever lower. Honestly, this is there's enough range here that I'll probably just take the low and call it there. But we got 5 minutes and we'll see how she closes. It's basically an 80 to 20 as well. Oh, you're saying from 6 to 4. Gotcha. Gold is not giving us that breaker. Yeah, I don't think this is a bad trade on gold. If we get this 5-minute breaker, I don't think this is bad. I would just for hobby one, I would just go to that low to be safe, and I'll target London. Probably what 1.5 hour. Yeah. Yep. For sure, Casey. For sure. That's what will make the shorts tough. If we sweep the 10 o'clock low first and then we start pumping, that will make a short a lot less likely to be good. Like I want to see this previous hour low left, which happens a lot. Like because why? If we're gonna be bearish, we don't expect much downside movement when that candle opens, right? We expect open manipulation and then some distribution back down to it. Are there times where you will wick this and then you'll manipulate higher? Yep. There, it's never going to be a clean delivery, or everybody would be rich, but it would just make it. I want to see this low left, or whatever low it happens to be if we do take a new low here. If I on stream tomorrow, which surprise, I'll stream again tomorrow. We might have a giveaway. It's been a hot minute since we've done a duck race, so. So the only time I trade the manipulation move, Casey, is when we get like a model 5, a model 5-1. So if we would sweep 10 o'clock low, close back inside of it with a 30-second breaker, then I would trade it up to 25, and then obviously 50. That's about the only time that I would trade the manipulation. Which is so tough because you never know if we're gonna. Because sometimes we don't even get when we're super when we have like a very bearish close or a very bullish close where we're just closing at the low. That's telling me price is extremely favored in that direction, and like we may not even get a move back up to a 25. But if it's kind of like a slower hourly, then yeah, maybe. Nice doggo. Yeah, I didn't realize with the Tradeify lives there's no drawdown. That's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. Your drawdown on 50K always stays at 48,000. You can withdraw anything over 50K. You just can't. But like if I make it to a 51, my drawdown doesn't go to 49. My drawdown it's basically like it's basically a 2K static account. Did not know that, but it should be pretty sick. Yeah. But it makes sense though, right? Because you're actually trading live funds, so they ease the rules back a little bit as well. They also get rid of DLL. So, yep. So it's like, they give you a little more leeway. That halfway correct. -8 is yesterday's open. I'm not sure. What is this? What's that at? 128? Mm, close to it. Yesterday's open would be, or hold on, it's sorry. I guess that would be Tuesday's open. Yeah, I would say it's a little bit lower. Okay, 8:30. Yeah. On Tradeify, I always just trade the select plans because those daily payouts are awesome. Awesome from a psychology standpoint. It's so easy just to shut down when you see you got $400 or $500 in the bank tonight. It's so easy to just shut it down. It's so much harder, at least for me. Like when I was up and coming, like it's so hard to. Yeah, you have to wait 5 days, or in some cases, the old Apex days, you had to have 10 days of trading and whatnot. Like it's so hard to say, okay, I'm just done here at the add a 300 when you still need 9 more days. But it hits a lot more real when that cash can be in your account 3 hours after the market closes. So it just makes it, from a psychology standpoint, in stopping, it just makes it that much easier. But maybe that's just me. But to me, that makes total sense. All right, there's -6. Doggo, you going long? Oh, we're at 10 o'clock already too. That's we close basically at the low. We already take 10. We already take a 10 o'clock low here. Any chance for any kind of retrace would be model 551. So they do not combine them. They used to combine. Once you went live on Tradeify, they would take all your accounts and they would just give you one 100K. That's for accounts that were bought before December 3rd, I believe. And then now it's, you take every funded you had, you take that with you, and they basically just reset it to a 50K. So I'll have 2 live accounts basically. But it's like it sounds bad because it's like, oh, they reset it to a 50K, but you can still you're allowed to withdraw, uh, you know anything over 50K instead of 52,221. So yeah, they reset it, but you can still take the same the same payout. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a lot better. I would rather have the 2. This thing's just dumping. There's just no way to enter this right now. But his question is this manipulation down to that 4-hour order block? This is interesting too, but this would be like if the 4-hour close below this, that would be setting up your 4-hour breaker. But equal lows there at -8. All right. Well, let's say -6 to -4 would not have worked today, doggo. Real quick, let me see. I don't know if I still have it actually. Where is it? Where is it? Time-based range with fibs. No, that's not it. Maybe I don't have it anymore. Basically, the -4 levels from all the sessions. All right, so I mean, if our 5 minute ends up closing below below that 10 o'clock low, or that 9 o'clock low, probably just means continuation here. We'll see how she closes. But if we get a bullish close like this, it means we could try. Like this you would be fading. Like you're not going to get a 30-second breaker until you're way up here, which would mean you're probably going to have some kind of bullish move if you can get all the way up here and get a breaker. But yep, basically previous week high down to all this accumulation. Yeah, previous week high sitting there. What are we at? It's only 10:03. What would really confirm that we have some kind of a good long here would be a 5 minute close back up inside combined with this 15 minute, and then you get I think your 1 minute breaker would be already be almost up halfway up. You're long here. All right. Hopefully the trend line holds. And then toward the end of stream, I'll go over the trade from yesterday. The trade from yesterday was that's a great play. If we got that same play every single day, we and you only took like what that play gave. I think we were just too high. We were too high, and then we ended up sweeping the low, stop out, and then we just ripped for the rest of the day. So just one breaker too early, essentially yesterday. But if you took it, or like if you were in chat and you were thinking, "Is this it?" That's a good job, because that's you're starting to see it. Yeah, it's just not. I don't think we're ready yet, doggo. I don't think we're ready yet. So we don't have much manipulation above the open, but if we're going to be extremely bearish, remember we're going to have small wick and just continue. But I would imagine we get something out of here. But yep, I'll take that trade. If you gave me that setup every single day, I would be in heaven. 5-minute swing off of 25% with a breaker and expecting expecting higher prices. The 9 a.m. high was still intact. Which it was good, right? It was just one breaker too early. Then the play after that was I'll just go back to it quick. It was the 15-minute one. Where was it? Yeah, it was this one right here. We stabbed us low. You get a 15-minute swing here into the lower 15. And then right in here was your 1-minute breaker. And that's what obviously just ugly, slow grind the rest of the day. That's why it's like I said, that's why like when you have your 5-minute, your 15, throw the 30 and the hourly in there too, like if you only took trades when all 4 of those align, or even when just like the 5-15 or the 15-30 align, it's always going to be a great trade. Always. So I would like to see if we're going to have any kind of a reversal. Which the only thing I would say for any kind of reversal here is if we're going to make a move up to have some kind of 4-hour manipulation. Remember, you guys still think that with a 10 o'clock, in terms of your 4-hour, your 4-hour could still push up to 25.50, and then 11 o'clock we have that reversal back. That 4-hour distribution back down. But so that's the only we could have some kind of long here, but like I said, there's nothing showing that right now. There's just no way to get in this unless you're just chasing the 3-minute candle up there. Yeah. Got it. I mean, what do we have yesterday? We had this devil's mark. I think that was it yesterday. No, that wasn't the one. That was tonight. There's a devil's mark over here yesterday that we left. This one. We left this all day, never came back for it. So obviously we came back for it last night, but nothing about this looks bullish though. But it looks like, yeah, basically back up to those lows in London. Depending on how if this 15-minute close is bullish, we might try a trend reversal trade to see if you get a 5 and a 15 swing back up potentially here. But I would need a 1-minute breaker, which this would not be a breaker. This would just be a mitigation block if we close above it. Why? Because we have not swept this low, or we have to sweep the low and then close back above it. So right now for a breaker bullish, we would still have to close over this unless we sweep this low again. Gold's just sitting inside of there. Where's the open for gold? Down here. So I think I'd still try gold if we what would be the stop here? About 14 points. That would be like a 1 micro trade. I don't like how it's just sitting inside of here. Like if this thing was gonna be like super bullish, I want to see it like I don't want to see it mess around and chop in here for 2 hours. Gold is good in Asia. I do agree with that. I used to have yeah. Well, most you know that. Yeah, we used to have me and Wyzrd used to have a gold trading bot. Well, we bought a gold trading bot. This was probably 5 years ago, and I should have known then when that bot failed that every other bot was going to fail after that. But didn't listen or didn't listen to what I was being told by that bot. And Steve comes along and everybody else. Yeah, it's basically the old U shape. I think it looks more like I think it looks more like Bart Simpson. The Bart Simpson haircuts going on up here and then reversal. Nice. So, who all caught a piece of -4? Where'd you enter at, or what'd you use to get in? Remember, there's no like set real entry model for -4. It's just more of a it's more of a feel thing. Like it's more of a get in and then get in small, wait for some kind of lower time frame like reversal setup to maybe add. But there's -8 already. And then remember, one of the rules of -4 that really don't talk about much is if you start displacing through -8, you really don't want to fade this trend until -16. So we'll see if that plays out. But this thing is just, and should have stayed short from -4. Sold 130 points ago. The 5-minute ORB, nice. Never even thought of that. That's a good idea. You got the WOG, which actually, Marshall, I was looking at the WOG above here. There's a WOG up here like 513 or so, 513 or 531. I can't remember. That's where I was looking for like price to maybe take PDH and up to the WOG, but up to that WOG for any kind of a reversal. But unfortunately, there's just nothing we can do here, guys. Nothing we can do unless you're just a degen chasing. Really. Yeah, this looks like a falling knife that I don't want to try to catch right now. We'll see what happens at like 10:15, 10:20, but it's looking like an expansion hourly candle. Because I only say that because look how far away we are from the open already. We're already 100 points away from the hourly open. This would be a hell of a hourly manipulation if this is the case. Damn it, BMAC. Yeah, basically back down to this what we'll call 4-hour order block. Supply and demand traders will say here. I would expect price not to crash right through this. I would expect price to slow down here, but Actually, I think I would say we've already put in a 4-hour breaker up here. Yeah, 4-hour breaker's in. Yep, no daily BISI now. Yep. Just the SMT up there. We finally break out of this 2-week range, and now we're coming right back to it. Crazy, be Tuesday high of week. We're already down damn near 500 points from the Nvidia high. Looks like we may see where the daily doesn't take a PDH with a bullish close here, which I guess with the SMT, that makes sense. Doc, did you mean to speak? If so, get on up here. I guess you did.
What up, Lep?
Well, what up, dude?
Hey, man. Hey, so I was looking at this. But draw your fib from the pre-market or the post-market data high time to Asia low, and then we just hit OTE right at like 8, like right before 9.
So data high.
So data high to the pre-market Asia low.
Pre-market Asia low. Okay.
No. The Asia low from overnight.
Yeah, would it be? Oh, that's Tuesday. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So go forward in time from the post-market high.
From the post-market high. Yeah. So right here.
No.
I'm stupid.
Go to overnight Wednesday at like 8:30.
8:30 p.m.
8:30 p.m. the other night. Nope,
right.
Not that night.
Yeah, you're saying from.
Keep going forward. Keep going. There you go. Right there.
Okay.
Tag it to that.
Oh, you're saying, okay. I thought you meant that we just hit it to the downside. I see what you're saying now.
Yeah.
You're saying
so
just the range from, yeah. I got you now.
Our range was like perfect. It was perfect for this. And then the other thing that I noticed yesterday post market is KCU is that look, if you actually look at our volume from the daily, we had the lowest volume in like 30 days yesterday with that huge move up. So it's just like all of this was primed to be this. Yeah. Exactly. And that the Nvidia wick never like took out like lows there, that really made it like, okay, we're not, this is all a fake move. Unfortunately, like same with me, I cannot find any entry in here, as if I could find an entry for a short anyway, but so anyway. Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, we just hit PDL and we have an SMT at PDL now. So maybe we could get something here for a long, but this is all counter trend, and so it's all going to be scalps. If you take a long, it's a scalp. No. I mean, I was thinking that we would take Asia low and bounce. Nope. Yeah, because there's that hourly BISI right there too, and it's at 50%. I thought, man, that's a good spot. That should be a good bounce. Nope. Not gonna happen. Yeah, exactly. Now we got PDL, and then we're gonna have minus 16, and then and we're in like basically we just bounced like in the daily range of like January 28th to like February 6th. We were just in that consolidation period. So, and this now we're back into discount of that range. We're back into OTE longs of that range. So like just everything is bad here. So I would encourage everybody not to trade today unless you like, it's just not going to be good. And this afternoon may not be good either. So and there's no LCR either. So like everything is bad. Yeah, because London we pushed up from London. So this isn't a move that's fueled by European traders. This is they didn't do this to us. Man, look at that thing. Just a waterfall. Right. Not even. Dude, yeah, exactly. 200 points in one. Like, come on now. Yeah, that's impossible. That's impossible. Somebody banked. I have no idea where anybody would get in, but somebody did. Promise you. Yeah, no, they're just, to me, there's just nothing. I mean, like, there was no entry. Maybe on the 30-second, like, literally, there's nothing on the 1 minute. There's nothing. No. This is wild. We're gonna hit minus 32. Like, it's Thursday, man. Like, this is like we could be getting 24,750. That's like definitely in like that is not crazy at all. That'd be wild. 24,200. The thing is prices in a hurry for what, you know? Like what's the target here? Previous week low, I suppose. I mean, anyway, so that's just what I wanted to
Oh, appreciate it, Doc.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a good one, man. Good stream.
All right. Later. I'll check the GIF after stream's over. Gold did not give us that breaker. See why we wait for that breaker off of the hourly swing? That confirms that price wants to be bullish. That breaker, we did not get it. We did not get it there. That's how you can extinguish a good swing from a bad swing. Let's check NG quick. Natty Gas, did not see it, but I see it now. 1 hour double sweep sitting here. 1 hour double sweeps, guys, I'm telling you, are extremely good. For those that are newer, double sweep, just this. Candle 1 gets swept by candle 2. Candle 3 or 4 also swipes 2, closes back inside. This pattern right here. You see this, you do not want to fade it. I completely promise you. We even had this on NQ's 15-minute yesterday, and that's what drove our 3 o'clock retracement yesterday. I'll go back and show you. Where is it? 3:45. That was Tuesday. I forgot we're way up here. We had this yesterday. You'll see candle 1 here. Candle 2 swipes it. Candle 3 swipes it. Both close back inside the range of candle 1. That drives your retracement here. And then obviously we move up. But I mean, depending on, like, if you're in a position though and you see that going against you, just get ready for some turbulence. But like on the hourly chart, it's damn good. It's a damn good indicator that price is ready to move the other way. Because you're basically getting two types. It's like price double confirming that it's not ready to continue in that direction. At least based on that time frame. It could just mean like an OTE retrace like a yesterday, but yeah, SMT -16. So remember, once you crash your -8, you don't want to fade it till -16. That's just the rule that from Marco's mom, the person that I kind of discovered the -4 level from. I kind of see it here too. When was this? This was Asia last night, but you had sweep, close, dump. And remember, it's not always going to work, but if you get a breaker with that double sweep, I'm not going to fault you if you take a loss there, because it's likely a damn good trade. I'll see if any more showed up, because there's not much to really look for here now. We'll see. See what happens here. He had a 15-minute double sweep on the lows. You could get a pump. That was okay. So this was the yesterday move that I was showing you, and then you see we got a 15-minute double sweep on the lows here. Closes back up, and what does that do? That tells you pump time. Double sweep here, 15. Sweep, both close back inside of candle 1. Off you go. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this morning was a double sweep. The double sweep up here told us the dump was coming. I'm still trying to get this indicator to work, guys, with TradingView. I had it public, and then they took it down for some reason. But same here. Double. Bunch of cells in here. Bunch of some. Oh, this was 4 o'clock time. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's there to report about it. It's literally just indicators. It's literally just an indicator. But yeah, so if we go like the hourly's pretty damn good. The hourly was good there. Hourly was good here. It's good here. I don't know why this wasn't really a double sweep here. That's interesting, but double sweep here. Good stuff. Dang it. Should have used it today. Didn't even see that. So we had a double sweep on the highs with the hourly swing and the 15-minute breaker off of London highs. All right, so let's see where we are now. We'll stop yapping. There's just not much here. I mean, I'm not just going to chase this. 4-hour double sweeps are probably even better than the hourly sweeps, but yep, exactly, Casey. Yeah, I'll be waiting on the screenshot here in about 4 hours. Unfortunately, hopefully we can get a London stream tonight, though. Hopefully, so gold ends up taking that low. So nothing there on gold yet. Gold had a 15 and a 30-minute sweep up here, which means there's probably a good 1-minute breaker you probably could have taken down. You wouldn't have got short until there. So nothing that clean. What was he? Yeah. But it's unfortunate. So we got a little chunk. We got a little chunk. About $80. Oh, hey, there's a CD. He's in here. I mean, we could get something off -16. I would not want to. I would not want to long anything here until I have some kind of hourly swing telling me so. Or 11 o'clock opens. The only thing I would try long here is if this candle closes. We got 30 minutes yet, but if this candle closes and we get like, and we in 11 o'clock sweeps 10, and then we get like a 5 minute breaker to the upside, then maybe you could try some kind of retrace play. But you're still fading. You're still fading a higher time frame order flow, but if you got a 5 minute breaker, that should tell you that the 11 o'clock low is in. So if that 11 o'clock low is in, you should be safe to try some kind of long, just for like some kind of small target. Not we're going all the way back up, because I think high with this 4 hour breaker up here. Actually, stand by. We don't have the 4 hour breaker. That's just an hourly breaker. I was on the wrong chart. But you definitely have the hourly breaker up there, but yeah, no 4 hour. But I'm not looking for a long all the way back up. Maybe the 5 minute devil's mark. I guess there's actually a wick there, but you could just target. There's not much to target. Maybe pull out some deviations. That's the only thing I would look long. I would not long anything here until I see a 5 minute breaker. Going back up. Otherwise, probably just get stopped. Yep. Nice CD. Yeah, that was good. The first sign, like I said, I didn't see the 15-minute double sweep. The first sign that I seen was the hourly swing coming in. I seen the hourly swing off of London, and we were getting ready to close back inside. Well, actually, we already had the hourly swing at the 8 o'clock close back inside of London right there. That was your first sign. I don't know if we had an SMT up there or not. I'm assuming we did. We did not have an SMT. They both took ES actually closed over London, so that I can't say that was crystal clear then, because you had a little uncorrelation. But once you got the breaker, then that's what sealed it for me. But yep, just one of those days though where we just run. Out of the zone on the 1 minute zone. You're a wild man. That's 6 points though. 6 points, especially on ES. That's a good day's work. I know. I think Wyzrd took this short last night. Wyzrd took this short. He had a 15-minute double sweep up here. He took this because he was actually going for the hourly BISI, and we obviously missed it. But he shorted this down to it. There's a 1 minute breaker up in there. You'll see, but yeah, the 1 minute breaker down here, and then he shorted to the BISI, but his TP was at the BISI, and we missed that BISI up by one tick, and it came all the way back. He rode the short all night for that BISI. He ended up DLLing the eval because he just let it go, expecting that we would come back for that BISI, but he lost it. Freaking nuts. All right, let's look at. I just want to look at this real quick because we're not doing anything. We're just sitting here now chopping. Let's look at this. Is what some guys were watching last night. I just want to fib out this 1800 candle. I really wish I knew what I did with that indicator. I don't know if I deleted it. Yeah, so 30-second opening range. So your 1800 candle, and you'll see we went right to -4 of that 1800 candle. Let's check out while I got that fib up. I just want to check out the 2 p.m. candle for London. Oh, this is gonna be that's a decent sized candle. Decent. So it's so much decent size that we might have. We didn't really get a CB model though off of it, or did we? No, not really. Or we did. We did. We had 10 points here, which I've not back tested this guy. So do not go in playing CB models off of London. But interesting. You got about a because I would imagine like the trigger needs to be a little bit smaller because London's gonna be a lot slower. But you got a little CB model there. All right, let's go back and see what old NQ's giving us here. So it's a day where you might have to switch to gold or the NG. Hold on a second. So NG swipes these lows. And do you guys see it? Who sees it? You're getting an hourly double sweep off of the lows now. So if you get a 5-minute breaker, which I'm assuming we already got. Yeah, it's all the way down here. But your CISD would be here. I'll see if NG wants to hold this area. Assuming there's targets above for NG, which you just ran into hourly. Just kind of messy here now, but we'll see. We'll see if this 5-minute breaker CISD holds for a natty gas. Same concept though. Hourly double sweep on the highs sends a new low. Hourly double sweep on the lows looks like it's going to send some more highs. And Q is just going to start chopping. It looks like. All right, we got to move this desk. If anybody here is in the market for a new desk, you must get it's a electric standing desk. It's so nice. It's like the best $300 I've ever spent. So when I'm in sweaty trades, I can actually just pace back and forth instead of just sit it out. What just happened to gold? Holy. No swing here on gold though. Had to be some kind of news. That looks like a news-driven candle. Or maybe it's just gold. One of the two. See if NQ gets this. Kind of be a little 5-minute breaker if it does. But for me, like in terms of context, it just doesn't make sense right now. Right, just because of time, it's 10:38. I don't want to try trading some kind of reversal at 40 after the hour. Best case is 11 o'clock now. 11 o'clock. Fib this out, but I will say, if you go back and look, it's very rare you'll see 3 hourly expansion candles like this in a row. So that's what also got me starting to think we're either just going to start slowing down, or maybe we'll have some kind of retrace here. Like if you go back and look, like it's very rare you'll see like expansion, retrace. Like I'm talking big hourly expansions. You know, not like 2 hourly down candles. We've seen like 17 in a row before, but like I'm talking like big expansion candles. So it's got me thinking that we should probably have something. Let's see if we get the breaker here. Anybody have any questions about anything we can go over? I mean, this is the time with price just kind of sitting here without much for me to try to enter anything. Last, it would be 11 o'clock for me now. Yep, it is off the hourly first. Yep. Which makes sense. At some point inside of this 4 hour, consolidation, which this is just that big daily range that we've sat in for 2 weeks. So of course, we should have something out of here. I'd be, I'd be awestruck if we just dumped through it. Like if this continued, straight up through it. It makes sense for the market want to rebalance here a little bit. We do have a 15-minute swing on the lows here. With a breaker, and then obviously closing back above here, this would be your 5-minute breaker, which we actually got. So this would actually be your 5-minute unicorn here. I guess it's not a unicorn yet until this 5-minute candle forms. For those that are newer, kind of in here learning ICT, a unicorn is just a breaker with a fair value gap. So if the fair value gap is the unicorn. I like this devil's mark here. We'll see if I think something that you could consider, even though the time's not really right here, would be if we get like a 5-minute swing out of the unicorn potentially. Because I don't just want to long this, right? I'm already going against order flow. I really don't want to go. I really don't want to just basically soup this and just IO fed it, right? IO feds just tap for, it's just a fancy term for saying we tap the fair value gap. I don't just want to just get in here because my stop's got to be huge, right? So I would look for the next 5 minutes to maybe tap into it. Even better if this candle closes bullish, because that tells me price should want to continue up on the 5-minute, and then we get a 5-minute tap inside of here, closes back outside of here, and then I can get long with my stop below there, and that's what would keep my stop, a lot better than just some random spot in here, and you're just praying that it doesn't go to. Now what would keep me from taking it would be if this candle closes if this candle closes bearish as a swing candle. I want to see it close bullish to show me that price wants to continue. But because if this 5-minute candle is closing back inside the range here, that's not something that I want to long, right? I'd be longing into a 5-minute swing. But I mean, we're tapping the breaker, right? This is your breaker. We're tapping that now. But nice 8 trades. Is it going to be a 30? It would be a 30-minute swing too. So you could have a 15 and a 30-minute swing here, which usually a pretty good sign when both of those align. You don't have a 5-minute there, but with the 15-30, it would be good. Which would tell me, like, on a 30-minute, I usually go to a 3-minute, and you actually have the 3-minute breaker is pretty clean right here. So, like, for example, this would be your 3-minute unicorn. Me, I don't really trade the 3-minute too much, but it's just there. But the 5-minute would be enough for me. So when this candle closes here in 50 seconds, if we get a dip down into here, we get we get a swing candle. A swing candle is just here, and it looks something like this. If there's a 30-second breaker inside of here, we'll try a long up to this devil's mark, and our stop will just be below here. Look at that RR compared to. I'm just gonna long it with like a stop down here. Look at the difference in the RR if you just wait for that. Plus, and then you're also trading on the side of a 5-minute order flow too, right? So yeah, it's not bad, Hayes. I mean, you're getting breakers here. You already got the 15-minute swing. Well, you're going to get the 50-minute swing, but this 50-minute swing should have been confirmed already just based off of the breaker forming, the 1-minute breaker forming. But all right, so let's see if we get any kind of dip down. I don't know if we do because we already hit that 5-minute, so we might just go. And if that's the case, then it's all right. We'll play it out. We'll wait for 11, see what 11 does. There's nothing clean at 11. We'll call it a stream, and we'll try London again tonight. Just remember, we have to have a 4-hour outside. We have to have a 4-hour swing point, or 4 hours closing above or below the 6 p.m. candle for any kind of stream. Otherwise, I'm not going to diddle in the middle with a 4-hour inside candle. Last thing you want to do is start trading higher time frame inside candles during slower price action times. That's where accounts go to die because price is already slow, and now it's in the hourly inside candles telling you that it's likely to be choppy. And I know everybody in here has killed an account at some point because of choppy price action, and that's exactly what you're going to get there. So just eyes on this for now. Yeah, I don't 8:30 news doesn't bother me. Because I'm still trading on the side of the 4-hour. So if the 4 hours if the 4 hours give me some kind of swing at when it closes at a 2 p.m., then if anything, it's just setting price up to then move where it wants to go for 8:30. But if it's an inside candle, then I just don't touch it, and maybe 8:30 news is the reason why. And if so, then it keeps me out of trouble. But if I'm getting a 4-hour sweep and close or a 4-hour bullish close above the previous 4-hour, the 6 p.m., then it's telling me the price has something to go after during that time. Because remember, London's going to do that. London's going to do the manipulation. 8:30 news is just going to drive price where it was going to go anyway. So but decent retrace. So we're already back up to about 50% of this hourly candle. For those that are long, what are you guys targeting? This just looks like a retrace. It looks like there's not really a good. It's not. It's just slow and the NWOG. Okay. Yeah, the 15 hourly closed bearish. So this would be a nice target to go after later if there's any kind of like bearish setup back down. maybe out of this 15, you get a 15 swing back down. That's something you could use to a target back to the lows. But I don't know what happened to gold. Gold, something just drove gold. And so gold got that breaker now. I would expect gold to hold here. Basically, let's go to a little higher time frame. Yeah. I would expect gold to hold like this 15-minute BISI because you're gonna have a 15-minute. You got a 15-minute breaker in here now. I would expect gold to hold here. If you get any kind of retest back inside this 15. Because why? I say that because you have hourly double sweep coming in hot off of gold here with a 5-minute breaker that has now formed. So failing to close below the previous hour's low twice should mean you push to a London. The question is, will there be doesn't look like any kind of retrace? Well, I'll say if you are long, you do not want to see NQ do this. You do not want to see NQ give you a 15-minute swing back out of this 15-minute civvy. You want to see this thing close inside of here. Probably the same on the 5-minute. Right. No 5-minute swing up there, but you do not want to see this. You do not want to see this. Like I would almost consider, I would like if I was long, don't listen to me. Trade your trade the way that you want to trade it, but like I would not want to see a breaker down here. A breaker down here, and I would assume that this 15-minute high is then safe. Almost. What time is it? It's 10:51. 10:51, and I know we could make a push for previous hour low. So you want to see this turn into like a failed breaker attempt here. You want to see this. You do not want to see it close below this yellow box. Good sign. It's a good sign. Another example, why we wait for the breaker. Now, if like 11:15 gave us a 15-minute swing down like that with a 1-minute breaker, that's a short that I'll try. That is absolutely a short that I try, because my RR would look something like this. I see no other good target besides. I would expect price to probably bounce a little bit inside of this inside of this like 1-minute breaker, but it would look something like this. That's if you got the 15-minute swing down at like 11:15. So what I would want to see is like price sweep this high at 11 and make a breaker down, because it would have to sweep this high again to get a new 15-minute swing, right? And then your swing would just be on this candle instead of this candle. And now you got a 5-minute swing on the high. God, stop's still huge here. And I know we do have the that devil's mark is just a little bit higher as well. Oh yeah, but if you came in late, probably gonna have something to in an account to give away tomorrow. We'll do a little duck race for it, so you don't want to miss that. If you're just on YouTube, I suggest it'll only be for anybody that's in the Discord chat because I can see the names to assign a duck to. So if you're on YouTube, make sure you're inside the Discord tomorrow for that. And that's coming straight from the affiliate money from a Lucid, so it'll be a Lucid account. Remember I have affiliate codes for. I'm not an affiliate code shiller. I don't want to be. Anything I make on affiliate codes, I give right back to accounts for people that tune into my streams. So I think I've got like $100 in that affiliate, so that'll be a 50K flex we'll give away tomorrow. Go straight back to the people. When you make money trading, you don't have to beg for. I mean, I see why other people like it's an extra income stream, but don't need it. It's more fun for me to give accounts away than just put it in on my pocket. So don't miss it tomorrow. We will give one away. If this breaker wasn't forming at like 11 o'clock, this would be something that I would really consider trying here if we get it. Because now you get I still might try it. We got a 5-minute swing, a 15-minute swing. You still have a 30, but and I would just take it down to. I would try to take it down to. I mean, obviously, I think this low is the 5-minute breaker. Yeah, that would be the 5-minute breaker. But I think I'll just try to take it to 50, and then to the low. Just don't like the time because I know when 11 o'clock opens, we could definitely have manipulation higher back up and take that high. I don't think it's the best breaker to take, but and I know we got that above too. So best case, we just don't get the breaker, and that keeps us out of any kind of trouble. I'm not sure. I think close to $5,000, Hayes. Just under or just over $5,000. But I don't think it's really the money. It's more of after five payouts, you're eligible for them to take you live. Yeah, but it was 6 straight days of payouts, so yeah. Long as you're still looking good here. No breaker given to the downside. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Well, there's actually 5K on 2 accounts. But just copy traded. So but yeah. You're not banned, no. You can go back to the sim stage. You can go back to evels. They in the live rules it does say it says there could be a 4-week cooldown. I don't sure if you want to give me a cooldown, sure, but the plan is not to lose those accounts. But yeah, you're not banned. All right, so 11 o'clock coming up. Let's see if we take a new high. If we take a new high, and then the 5-minute that like the 11:05 candle when that or the 11 o'clock 5-minute candle closes back inside here, and when we have a breaker down, that would give us a 5-minute double sweep back to the downside, and I would be okay looking for a short at that point too. Yep, sure did, Dart. Sure did. The risk plan's the same, Spence. 1 M and Q for every for every $500 of a drawdown that I have. So 4 MNQs per trade. But what do you mean by risk plan? I think just I'm not sure if you're asking of them or what my personal plan will be. Yeah, no, I agree, especially on the top step side. Like top step, oh, you requested 100K. Yeah, we're taking that back. We're gonna send you live. The good thing with with a Tradeify is they haven't paid me in 3 or 4 days now, but because they're on that weekly they're on their getaway to Mexico with their company, but all those payouts are still good. So I'll still get all those payouts. Yeah, just personal risk management for me on any trade is I give myself which I got from PJ Trades and I actually liked it. Um, it's just for every $500 of drawdown that I have, I am allowed one MNQ. That's a pretty decent size. Even 4 MNQs getting pretty crazy. But then you kind of got to think about it too. But your DLL on a select account through yeah, exactly, Cash. I was like, oh, that's easy. I can sit here and think of that in 2 seconds, and I know what I can take. And then it's like it's no, the setup's kind of okay. I don't know if I like it. Maybe I'll just go 2. No, it's like 4 and done. But I was gonna say something else and now I forget it. But yep, it sure is. It sure is Dart. But 5 and 15-minute swing. But just no breaker yet. That's what I'm watching. Do we get a breaker down here? Yeah, PJ Trades on Instagram. He's pretty big. If you have 1800, then I would just probably roll with 3. Yeah. Oh, the other thing I was gonna say is like you gotta like I still roll with 4 even if I have like DLL. Like my DLL on the select accounts is 1,000. So I still roll with 4, but maybe I should roll with 2 because my actual drawdown's 1,000. Which when I go to these live accounts, it'll just be it'll there is no DLL, so that'll be nice. I'm not sure, Hayes. I honestly don't know the entire rules for that. So, to be completely honest with you, yeah, that 5 minute did not take a high. Do not like all these highs sitting up there. Yeah, I'll have to look into it, Hayes, but I'm not sure. I just know that the live rules seem pretty damn good. It's some of the best live rules that I've seen from a prop. That's what I thought too, dog. It should be the same. That would be my guess, but that'll I think it'll always still be the same 1099. I don't have to sign any other paperwork or anything, so I think it'll just be included on my net income on my 1099 for this year. Maybe I'm wrong though. All right, so we left equal highs up here. A short for me here would be if we take if we put in a 5-minute swing up here, and then we have a 5-minute double sweep. Like I was showing you guys. Right now or did we take that high? Hey, we did. So right now we'll see how this 5-minute candle closes. As far as like right now, we would 11 o'clock sat here and then it opened up, took a new high. See if we get this breaker. Yeah, so a 30-second breaker and the 1-minute breaker would be down here. I will try this. We'll try it if we get the breaker down. Because then we would also potentially have a 15-minute double sweep as well coming at 11:15. So it looks something like this. Basically the high, and we're going for the low. Oh, that's a good question, Easy. So that's where like, okay, I am allowed 4, but like, if it's a bigger stop, like if I take this trade, it's gonna be it's gonna be almost what a 46 point stop. So I'll probably go with like 3 instead. It just depends. Yeah, and so it's not always 4, but like if it's like if like the stop is like a certain, I don't really have like a certain size as when it comes to a stop, but like um because what 2 M and Q with 50 points is $200. So may I go 3 and then I'll just roll with that. So that'll be like but it's pretty standard. Like when stops like 20 points, I'll just roll with 4. But I guess it just depends on the size of the stop. All right, so there's it's even better here. So we just hit 50%. We just hit 50% of this hourly down candle, which is where a spot where we do look for shorts. Now a 5-minute swing back down is also something that I'm entertaining here. Maybe we can get in a little sooner. I'm still not a fan of this devil's mark up here, but if I get a 30-second breaker down, it would have to be this candle. It actually makes the risk better. Right, but right now, yeah, in the retest of the NWOG right at 50. So yeah, if we get this breaker down, I think it's worth a shot. I think it's worth a shot. And I would look for TP1 to be down to the 5-minute unicorn, and then the remaining position down to that 10 a.m. low. Because now I have nice manipulation above the open. See if we get a nice breaker here. Don't just do this now. Don't do this. All right, so I need to see us close below. Actually, I'm gonna actually expand this screen off to a different tab. And that will be all right. Actually, yeah, let's put NQ over here. So to even make oh, never mind. We just hit that sippy. I was gonna say this could be a nice 30-second unicorn entry. The safer entry is to wait just for this 1 minute that we've been waiting to play out this entire time, but you would have a new 1-minute breaker back down here too. So that's why see why we wait for the breaker? Keeps us out of trouble here. So far. This is still a 40-point stop. Nice, doggo. Nice, nice, nice. Glad to see it. All right, so I think the 30-second would just be a 30-second would also be the 1 minute. So yes, we're gonna have something like this sitting here on MNQ. I'm just gonna have it drawn up, ready to go. God, it's still about a 40-point stop. But we're looking for this. Looking for 50 of this whole move down as TP1, and then probably 3 contracts. Take one off at 50, and then go for 10 a.m. low. Ah, why did I just do that? I did not want to do that. There we go. And if it just keeps humping, guess what? We never get a breaker to tell us the price was ready to short. So guess what? We don't short. Yeah. Maybe that's why he's done for the day. I don't know. I don't know if there's truth to that, but if we don't get the breaker by then, I would, and when we get this 15-minute, then that would be best case. But like for a 15-minute double sweep, which we don't have to short, right? But it just makes it that much better of a confluence. But this, like our double sweep would be a close back down, basically if we got the breaker. But Looks like this thing might want to push to. Actually, was that not a devil's mark? Yeah, it's not a devil's mark. I thought it was. The devil's mark's higher. Yeah, way up there. Came in late. We only took one trade today. Just a -4 trade. Only thing so far, and then just straight dumpage. So now we get a 5-minute swing down. Let's see if that holds. Remember, we can get a 5-minute swing, but if we don't get a breaker, it's not. It's to me, it's not a valid swing. We're either consolidating here to keep on ripping higher, or I guess that's pretty obvious. We're either consolidating here to dump, or consolidating to continue higher. But the fact that we have like barely any manipulation below the hourly open, we'll see. We did get 30-minute swing on the lows with the 15, so. That too, Doc. That too. That as well. Let me put this over here. Never. So it would just be a potential 15-minute swing, a 5-minute swing off of the NWOG, off to the left, and off of hourly 50 sitting here, or 10 o'clock 50%. So that would be the context here. And I'm expecting this hourly low is still a target for me because it was a bearish hourly close. So I still expect this low. But yeah, I mean, we are delivering off of those higher time frame on the 4-hour down there. So I mean, we could have a much bigger retrace. We'll let the breaker or a lack thereof tell us whether it's going back down or not. Nice, Richard. DAZN. All right, so we take a new high. So this breaker could end up being this breaker, which makes our risk reward that much better potentially. You might get a 15-minute CISD to the upside here. Basically, a 15-minute order block, which would not be the most bearish thing. Now, it would be bearish if this would turn into a 15-minute breaker. Then NQ's cooked. If we would close back below this on the 15, but if we close above it, then I'm definitely not looking for a shorts. So big close coming up here in about 2 minutes. This risk reward's too good here not to try, I think. Where's the 1 minute at? The 1 minute would be a little bit lower. Because this would also be a 5-minute double sweep as well. And here in a minute. No breaker. Because if we're going to reverse, remember, this is about the right time, too, about 11:15. And now your risk reward looks that much better. What is that? Hell yeah. I love it. I love it. All right, so yeah, we'll see if we get this 15-minute. I want to see the 15-minute really could. Yeah, I want to see this 15-minute close below here. This 15-minute close above, then this is going to be very, very sketchy. Because I would like to see this 15-minute close below while giving us the breaker here, and it's not going to do that. It doesn't look like it's got to really slam down here. All right, so that keeps shorts off the table then for now. Why? Because your 15 is closing bullish, and now you have now you have a 5-minute CISD to the upside. Oh, I said 15 before. So yeah, it keeps me. See how it keeps me out of short. It keeps me out of shorts there. For me personally, I don't see anything to potentially get long here either. So, but now we took that 15-minute high, right? We'll see. But no, if you're shorting back down into a CISD, and you get swings on the lows. So I think I'm going to call it there, guys. No entries there, just the negative trade, just the negative trade, just the -4 trade today. So we'll take our small green and see what we can do from there. Don't forget tomorrow we will do account giveaway. So if you're not in here, then I'm sorry. But with that, guys, trade safe. Hope you guys learned something today. Again, the most important part. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget London as well, if the 10 p.m. candle cooperates. All right. Peace.